You know, I was going to film a Halloween themed book haul this. Ai saatana kissa! God, it just scratched my leg! Ow! Anyway, I was going to film a Halloween themed book haul this time, but not only is there a literal blizzard happening outside, but I also yesterday bought myself a English tea shop advent calendar and my first ever glögg this year. So, sorry Halloween, your time is up. It's Christmas season now. Hey yo you guys! Ugh, you son of a bitch. Sometimes I wonder if that cat really likes me or not. Anyways, it's been such a long time since I filmed anything book related. And this past autumn I have bought so fucking many art books that I thought I might show you them all to you. So let us begin the art book haul. The first three books are all related to one another because they are all part of the Lilies of the Street art project. The Lilies of the Street is a project that shines light into the world of prostitution through art. So 4 artists all over the northern countries participated, and these 3 books are all part of this project. The first one is The Invisibles by Egleplytnikaite. I am so sorry to pronounce your name so wrong. So it's a picture book, and inside it are 4 different stories from 4 different women. In the stories they tell how they ended up becoming prostitutes and what it is really like to be one. It was really intriguing to read these true stories, and even better when the illustrations in this book are so gorgeous. I really like the very simple and very graphic style the artist has. Best thing about these books, by the way, were that you were able to get them for free, or you could pay for them to give money to this charity. So, of course I paid a little bit for them, but I felt like I didn't pay enough. The next one is Big City Violets by Hanuka Lohrengel. Again, sorry for killing your name. And this one is like a comic diary, so it's also based on true stories. And I'm not really sure if it's the artist's own story or if they just drew someone else's diary into comic form. Anyway, the main character in this one works as a social worker with prostitutes and tries to help them to get back to normal life or just support them in any way they can. I don't think I could ever work as a social worker, because I would take everything that happens to these women so personally. When some people are very interested in the Second World War or the Holocaust, I am somehow very interested in prostitution and, well, witch hunts. But, you know, witch hunts have nothing to do with this, but they are both very horrible things that happened mostly to women, so... And the last Lilies of the Streets book I have is actually my favorite from these 3, and it is The Mosh Dash by Apila Pepita. This time I didn't kill the name because... finish. So this one, although based on real life stories, is actually a fictional story. The main character is a non-binary person named Moss, and they have to work as a prostitute because they are homeless and they have to get money to pay the rent for their friends with whom they are living with. So this book not only tells a story of a prostitute, but also a story of a non-binary person, and the story deals with like femininity and gender as well as prostitution. Let me just tell you, even though this comic is in black and white, I just love the colors of this cover. And the feel of the cover is so matte and smooth, and I love it. I actually got this from the Helsinki Comics Fest, and I got it signed. It warmed my witchy heart. I also got this same book for my friend, and I also got that one signed. So thank you, Apila Pepita. And now let's look at some zines. First one is this tiny zine called Infinitely Gentle, and I bought it from Etsy because first of all it looked so cute, and second of all the art in it is very beautiful. Truly my aesthetics. It's graphic, it's simple, but then again there are so many cute tiny little details in it. And it has a nice touch of having a hand-bind back. Maybe I will hand-bind my zines in the future. Stay tuned for that. And this zine, by the way, was made by Keely. The next one is Lievo, or The Familiar, by Laura Heikkala, more commonly known as Heikkala. And I've said this before, I think in my postcard video, that I love Heikkala's art, especially because it's usually witch related. So it's a very short but beautiful story of a witch that decides to get a familiar. I just love this art style. And the third zine I have is Food Baby by Lucie Brion. So this zine is all about the food baby. And so the artist just tells about her relationship with food and shares her favorite recipes. Zines are not usually full color, but this one is, and it's just so high quality, and the art is so funny and so cute. And I can't wait to try basically every recipe in this book. So the next art book is actually the reason why I decided to make this haul, and it is the Modern Witches art book. So this art book is actually a collaboration of many different artists, and it just explores the ways of modern witchcraft through art and some text bits. These illustrations, they are all so unique, so beautiful, and they still are all related to each other through the means of modern witchcraft. I can't wait if they are going to make another one, and if they are, I think I'm going to contact the curator of this book and maybe ask if I could get my art into it, because I love me some witches and I've been painting and drawing them a lot lately. So Helsinki Book Expo was last weekend and I got this bad boy from there. So this is the actual working diaries of none other than Leonardo da Vinci. I can't wait to delve into the world of Leonardo. Because of my school, I only had to study Leonardo's art, so I've never really looked into the science and medicine he did back then. And I'm not only an art hoe, but I'm also a history nerd. So this is the perfect book for me. And the last and definitely not least art book I bought this autumn is The Art of Kiki's Delivery Service. And if you have watched my Stockholm Welcome to Night Vale extravaganza vlog, you know this book and you know how much I love Kiki's Delivery Service. It's just such a movie that makes you feel so warm inside every time you watch it. I'm actually planning to get a Kiki tattoo at some point, so I hope I will find some inspiration from this book. So that was it! I hope you enjoyed seeing the books I've been buying this autumn, and maybe you can leave a like or a comment and suggest me some good art books I could buy next. Because if there is something I want to spend my money on, it's art and books and art books. So, bye! This whole time you've been in the background making so much noise. So I have no idea if this video is going to work or not. You son of a bitch. Yeah, I love you too. Bitch.